Hey guys, Brian from Bandit Custom Rods here in Brunswick, Georgia. What I wanted to do is I wanted to rope you guys in on a little bit of an experiment that I'm doing here in the shop. One of the age-old questions, one of the matters of controversy in the rod building community is which epoxy yellows the fastest and which one lasts a little bit longer than others. You'll hear a lot of anecdotal information out there like, I coated my rod with, or I heard a guy coated a rod with X brand. They left it on their roof for 6 months and they came back and the finish was totally clear. That might be absolutely true, but we have no way of knowing that because I couldn't find any evidence out there of somebody who's actually done this experiment and like documented it like this. I have 7 different types of epoxy here. I don't have all of them. I have Flexcoat High Build, Flexcoat UV, Flexcoat Lite or Low Build, D2 UV, so Diamond 2, Gen 4 Lite, Gen 4 High, and Threadmaster High Build with the UV absorbers. Now, over the years, I've used a lot of different rod building epoxies. I wouldn't say I used all of them, but I've used probably the majority that are out there on the market. I started out using Pro Coat, which is a CRB product. I moved to Rod Dancer. I used both, basically every product I think that Rod Dancer put out. I used Flexcoat, both high build, UV, low build. I used Flexcoat for a very long time. I used D2. I still use D2 for certain applications. As of right now, what I'm on is Gen 4 low and high. Those are the ones I use. It's a personal decision. It just happens to work the best for me here in the shop. Also have Threadmaster high build with UV. Full disclosure, I've never actually used it on rods. I ended up getting it from somewhere. I'm not really sure. But again, Gen 4 low, Gen 4 high. So with that said, here is the details on the experiment. I'm going to show you the different, how I got it set up. Basically what I got it set up on a sheet of high density polyethylene, AKA cutting board. And we're going to let it dry for 24 hours. And then we're going to watch it over the next 6 months to a year and see which ones yellow up the fastest. All right, guys, here we got it laid out. These have been freshly laid down. The different types, as you can see, we got this high density polyethylene board. So Threadmaster high build with UV. We got Gen 4 high, Gen 4 low, D2 UV, Flexcoat Lite, Flexcoat high, and Flexcoat UV. Initial impressions, the absolute clearest one, straight out of the bottle, straight out of the mixer, is going to be D2 UV, followed up by Flexcoat UV. Gen 4 high, Gen 4 low are probably, they're a little bit off color, but that's okay. And then we have Threadmaster high build, which is probably the most yellowed out of all of them straight out of the bottle. I don't know if that's from UV exposure, but it's likely something with the resin mix. But we'll see how they perform over the next couple months. All right, guys, it's been 24 hours. Allow the epoxy to cure for 24 hours. Put it on the picnic table out here in the yard. Pretty good coverage. Probably gets sun about 10, 12 hours out of the day. So yeah, we're gonna see how it does. I'll check in periodically and see what the deal is. I took a photo of this in the current lighting condition just to see, to get a baseline of what this looks like. And then we'll come back and check here in a week or so and see what happened.